What's up, everybody? So I told you guys we're going to be doing more videos on my new CLS, and before that, let me just, I brought out the CLS550 today. No, that's not my E55 replacement, because now somebody's going to take it out of context. I showed you guys that one in an update video on the E55 a couple months back, I think. That one's for sale. So that's a 60,000 mile CLS550, super cool car, super clean. Just needs some minor things. It's got some paint stuff that needs to be addressed, but that's it. Super solid car. If you're interested, send me an email or DM me, or I don't know, something. But yeah, it's for sale. But we're talking about the top 5 things I love about my new CLS today in today's video. And I gotta tell you guys, I love this car. So I love driving it. It is super cool, and I think it's a great daily. But let's go ahead and hop on in today's video. So the first thing on this list is the looks. So of course you're gonna be like, oh my god, of course it is. It's so basic. But look at this car. So in the previous video that I posted in the introduction of this car, so I know somebody said that the first gens looks way better. The first gen looks really good. I love the way it looks, but I think this one is where the Mercedes got it right. I mean, it looks super aggressive and it looks just right. I think it's a sexy car and it's very aggressive, but I love the way they designed it. I love the way of course the coupe styling is in the rear. You know, it's the typical CLS styling with the swooping rear headline. So I think it's awesome. I love these headlights. They're super cool headlights, especially when they're on. The daytime running light feature on them is super cool, and these are the ones where when you take corners they adjust with you, so they're also self-leveling. It's super cool, super modern. I mean, just look at the down, like the side profile of this car. It is super sexy. It is super just sleek, and Mercedes definitely got it right when they designed this thing. But let's go ahead and move on to number 2 on this list. So here's number 2 on this list. It's this motor. So this is what is known as Mercedes's M278. It is a 4.7 liter twin turbo V8. And yes, first thing I'm gonna say is these are showing up tomorrow. So the guy in the comments is gonna be like, you said you were gonna change these and you never did. Guys, they're showing up tomorrow. I've ordered them, they're coming, okay? So this duct tape garbage and the ripped up shit's going away. We're fixing that tomorrow. They're coming tomorrow, sorry. But I love this engine so far. So a lot of people have been saying, oh, this thing's unreliable, it seems like it's 50-50. Some people say they've never had issues, and some people say they've had some stuff wrong with it. And I'll make a dedicated video just to this engine about what to watch out for. But all in all, guys, I love it. It's super torquey. It is super peppy. When you get in it, it just goes. Now, the downside of my car is I think I need better tires in the rear, because when you floor it, there's like no traction, and then all of a sudden it just starts pulling. So I need some tires, but I love this motor. This thing is awesome. It's super quick and it's super sleek. You know, it's definitely not as crazy as my 55 is, but it's right up there with how quick for a daily driver. I mean, can't really beat it, right? I was gonna go for an Audi A7, which has a supercharged V6, makes about 330 horsepower. So this makes about 405. It's perfect, honestly. I love how this thing drives. It is super fun. It's super fast in terms of a daily driver. Obviously, again, not as fast as that one or as my, E55, but I mean, I don't really care. This is a daily. So that's number 2 is the motor. Beautiful M278. Look out for a video I'm going to be releasing hopefully soon. That's going to detail basically what you need to watch out for when you're shopping for one of these cars. But let's move on to the third thing on this list. So for number 3 on this list, we got to talk about this interior. And first off, the people that are going to be like, oh, you said you hated the W212 interior. That's the W212 in the E-Class. That interior, I don't like. I think it's cheap. I don't think it's good. Here, Mercedes cleaned up their act. This one is pretty good. So I love the design of this interior. Just the swooping dash, how everything looks. I think it's super modern, super sexy, and it fits the whole profile of this car just being a sleek sort of, super entourage sort of car. And I love how it's all, stitched everywhere. The dash is leather stitched over here on the doors. I think it's super cool. Of course, it's not perfect. There are some plastic, like this right here is, plastic and whatnot. The buttons are plastic. So of course there's plastic. It's not perfect, but it's a really nice interior and I absolutely adore it. But let's move on to the 4th thing on this list. So for the 4th thing on this list, it's not something I can show you. It's the exhaust. And you may be thinking to yourself, does this thing sound good? It's twin turbo. Okay, so it does not sound as good as that monster. I will give you that. That thing sounds barbaric, and well, let me actually show you guys what that thing sounds like. It's pretty nasty, isn't it? It definitely sounds nasty, but I mean, you can even go crazier because my E55, well, my E55 blows both of these out of the water, which you guys will hear once it's done. Just bear with me, please. But let me show you guys what this thing sounds like. Sounds good, right? I mean, it's not crazy. It's not gonna blow your doors off, and this thing doesn't have a modified exhaust system. That has a mild, I think, a rear muffler gutted system, so it's a little bit louder. But this one is completely stock, and it sounds pretty good. I'm planning on doing a mild exhaust on this car. I think I might go downpipes with rear muffler delete, because you can make them sound absolutely nasty with the turbo spool and everything. So I'm looking for that. I think I'm gonna do that at some point. I mean, I'm not fully set on it, but that seems to be the plan as of right now. But it does sound really good, and I absolutely love how this car just, it fits, the exhaust fits with the profile of this thing being so sleek and sort of under the radar, because it is. But I love how it sounds, especially when you do a cold start and the engine kind of, you know, wears down after its initial, you know, high RPM thing. You hear the turbos kind of spool down, and it sounds awesome. But let's move on to the fifth thing on this list. So for the final thing on this list, we have to talk about the taillights. So everybody's gonna be like, oh my God, here he comes with more basic stuff. I love these taillights. The taillights on that CLS, while they're cool, they're not crazy. I mean, they're just taillights. This one, they're really cool because, in my opinion, these pioneered the taillights that Mercedes has been using up until recently. So these taillights are the ones that this whole red part glows basically red. I'll show you guys, throwing a video here somewhere. But they look super cool at night, and they're super slick. And I think that they based the W2, what is it, the W222s, S-classes, the S-class from 2014 to 22. I think they based the taillights off of these because of how they look. But super sleek, super cool, super sexy, fits in with that whole profile of how the CLS looks. But let me know down below, what do you guys think about the CLS? Are you fans of this one? Are you fans of the first generation? I mean, they're both absolutely stunning cars. I prefer my E-Class over that body style of the CLS, because as you guys know, the CLS is based off the E-Class. So the first generation is based off the 211 chassis E-Class, which I own. If you guys have been subscribers, you know my E55. I think the E55 looks way better than the CLS. It's just my opinion. I think the 211 is a sexy car, and it's one of the best designs Mercedes ever had, but personal opinion, I'm also kind of biased because I love that car. But I think in the second generation, they got it right. I actually prefer the CLS's look in the second gen as opposed to the E-Class. So the W212 E-Class, again, is a really pretty car from the outside, but I think the CLS, they absolutely knocked it out of the way. And I know people are gonna say, why is that badge still on there? Well, because as you can see, I took this badge off, or the sticky, and there's glue residue all over it. So until I get glue residue remover or whatever, I don't want residue on both sides. So I'm gonna wait to take that badge off until I go buy some, which I might go do right now, but trust me, it's coming off, okay? Because I know it's not a real AMG, but the thing is, I saw online that these actually came with some kind of AMG package, and they put AMG badges on it from the factory. So maybe this is factory, I don't know, because I've seen a bunch of other CLSs with AMG badges, regular 550s. So I don't know, you guys let me know. Should we take the badge off, or should we keep it on? I think it's factory, but the fact that I own basically two AMGs, I think I might have to take them off, because it's sacrilege, right? That's an AMG, this is not. So let me know down below what you guys think. I look forward to reading all your comments. I love my new car, and I hope you guys all like it too. And please give me some ideas on what videos we should film with this thing. Should we race these two? I think we should. I mean, I already know what's gonna happen. That thing's gonna absolutely demolish this one, but I don't know. Let's do it. Maybe it'd be fun, right? Or should we race something else? We're gonna be racing my friend's GTI in this thing, and we're gonna see what happens there. I think I'm gonna destroy him, but we'll see. And of course, this is not filmed in the States. All the races are filmed in Mexico by professional drivers. I hire race car drivers to do this because I would never race on the street. That's illegal. But I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Let me know down below what you guys think of both CLSs, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take it easy.